The internet suddenly broke because of a short leaked video from behind the scenes of the Calvin Klein Japan event. At first, everyone focused on the stunning visuals of Jungkook and Mingyu appearing together. But wait until you see the reaction of someone at the end of the room caught on a fan's camera. Many just realized that Taehyung's sharp gaze in that moment has a much deeper meaning. And believe it or not, the interaction afterwards is exactly what made netizens go absolutely crazy. Hello K-pop lovers! Welcome back to the Taekook Diary channel, the perfect place where we share warm moments and exciting stories about Taehyung and Jungkook that always make armies lose their focus. An exclusive behind-the-scenes video from the Calvin Klein launch event in Japan suddenly leaked and immediately swept through all of our social media timelines. The main focus of the video initially highlighted the incredible closeness between Jungkook and Mingyu, who were getting ready for a joint photoshoot session. They looked extremely close, hugging each other and whispering something that made both of them burst into uncontrollable laughter. The closeness of these two idols always manages to make fans reach maximum adoration, but it turns out, the real uproar didn't stop at just their sweet interaction. A few eagle-eyed fans accidentally caught sight of another figure standing not too far from them. The figure, wearing a mask and a black hat, was seen constantly watching Jungkook and Mingyu's interaction with a very sharp and intense gaze. And guess who that mysterious figure is? Yes, his silhouette is very recognizable by loyal armies. Taehyung's presence at the shooting location of the event was certainly a massive surprise that was completely unanticipated by absolutely anyone. Taehyung's official schedule for that day was actually totally empty, and there were no announcements whatsoever regarding his participation in the Calvin Klein project with Jungkook. The fact that he was willing to fly secretly and take the time to attend in person immediately sparked a wave of heated theories and speculations among loyal fans. Comments flooded social media platforms within mere seconds. Why was Taehyung suddenly standing there? Did he intentionally come just to give moral support to Jungkook? Or perhaps there was another secret collaboration project being deliberately hidden from the public? However, the most sensational part wasn't just the fact that he was there. The thing that caught the attention of millions of viewers was his facial expression while observing his best friends. In the short 15-second video clip that has now been watched millions of times, Taehyung's dominant aura completely took over the entire room. He was seen crossing both of his arms in front of his chest, staring intently at Jungkook and Mingyu without blinking at all. His flat but incredibly intense expression seemed to hold 1,000 secret words that remained unspoken. Fans quickly noticed the drastic change in Taehyung's facial features the exact moment Mingyu wrapped his arm around Jungkook's shoulder while laughing happily. Taehyung's face instantly seemed to harden, his jaw tightened slightly, and his gaze grew sharper like a drawn sword. That split-second moment was successfully captured by sharp-eyed netizens and was instantly turned into a short video clip with a dramatic slow-motion effect. Many people interpreted that intense stare as a form of jealousy that he was elegantly trying to hide. But was he really jealous of them? A production staff member who was at the location of the incident actually managed to leak a little story about what really happened that day. According to the staff's anonymous confession on an online forum, the atmosphere inside the shooting room did feel quite awkward for a few tense minutes. Taehyung reportedly suddenly stepped forward, approaching Jungkook and Mingyu right after the director shouted the instruction to take a break. His quick movements and his unsmiling face made a few production crew members feel rather nervous and hold their breath in anticipation. Even Jungkook himself looked a little surprised by Taehyung's sudden presence, who was already standing right in front of him without making any sound. Mingyu, who noticed the shift in atmosphere, immediately gave them space and smiled warmly at Taehyung to break the tension. What Taehyung said to Jungkook in that crucial moment left the nearby staff in absolute and total disbelief. It turns out, instead of venting anger or extreme jealousy as widely speculated by thousands of fans, Taehyung did something completely unexpected by everyone. He looked straight into Jungkook's eyes with a piercing gaze, patted his left shoulder softly but firmly, and whispered in a very low voice. The words that came out of Taehyung's mouth were not an emotional reprimand, but rather incredibly valuable professional advice regarding Jungkook's poses and expressions in front of the camera. Taehyung, who was known for having a highly sensitive visual art instinct, felt that Jungkook's previous poses didn't fully highlight his best masculine aura. He seriously gave detailed directions on how to stare at the camera lens so that the final results would look much more alive, dramatic, and captivating. Mingyu, who heard those brilliant directions, also nodded his head in pure admiration and completely agreed with the amazing input from this artistic genius. The shift in atmosphere in the room happened so quickly and felt incredibly warm. Jungkook, who initially looked a bit shocked, instantly radiated his signature sweet smile, full of absolute gratitude. He realized that Taehyung's sharp gaze from afar earlier wasn't out of anger, but rather a form of full focus and deep attention to the specific details of his work. The interaction that was initially thought to be a jealousy drama actually proved how strong the bond of professional and emotional support is between them. Mingyu was even seen casually putting his arm around Taehyung, showing the sincere friendship of fellow 97liners who truly respect each other. This exact moment clearly displays the maturity and depth of their loving friendship that is rarely captured on camera. There is absolutely no unhealthy competition there, only a group of great men continuously pushing each other to shine even brighter every single day on the world's biggest stages. After that small yet highly meaningful incident passed, the photoshoot process resumed with an energy that felt incredibly more vibrant. The final result of that day's photo session proved to be a massive success and became the most sensational campaign of the year ever released. Jungkook appeared with a masculine aura that had never been seen before, and all of it could not be separated from the magical directorial touch of his best friend. The armies who finally learned the real truth behind the leaked video felt so deeply touched and exceptionally proud. They finally realized that the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook is not just a meaningless empty fantasy, but a beautiful reality of brotherhood that strengthens each other in a notoriously ruthless entertainment industry. This rare behind-the-scenes incident at Calvin Klein once again serves as undeniable proof of how they always look out for each other. And honestly, the real story is much sweeter, right? Wow, what an incredibly sweet plot twist that was, right, Army? Sometimes what we wildly assume from a simple 1-second video clip can be completely different from the truly heartwarming reality hidden behind it. This highly precious moment once again reminds all of us just how wonderfully special the invisible bond that ties Taekook together in their shared happiness is. Well, now it is finally your turn to speak up. What was your initial reaction when you first saw that viral video for the very first time? Did you also get fooled and honestly think that Taehyung was getting super jealous? Come on, share your theories and feelings in the comments section right down below. I am so incredibly curious to read them. Don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this sweet story, and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss other exciting updates from Taekook Diary. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. Stay healthy always, and see you later.